in to Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 15. And my name is Deborah, and I'm going to be doing the recap review of all the individual couples. I do them one by one, as separate videos. And at the end of each video, you can click on the link above around my head, and you can go on and watch the next video. And I'll also include the links down in the description and the chat box. Please don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and absolutely drop down in the comments and let's talk about everything I said and everything you watched on this episode. And now we're moving on to Nicole and Chris, and I just want to say this to Nicole. Shh, be quiet. Stop talking. Nicole is exhausting. But you know what? I got the antidote for Nicole. I got the antidote now for Nicole. Let me tell you what I noticed about Nicole. And I actually know why Nicole has been in abusive relationships, because in a lot of ways, Nicole is abusive. Nicole really does insert herself a lot in things. Remember in the beginning of the season, everybody said, Nicole will run over you. Nicole runs over guys. Nicole runs over people. And now that we know how low the self-esteem of the body image issues that she has, it makes you think, how the heck could Nicole run over anybody with this low self-esteem? If you ever wanted to put Nicole 2 feet under, you know exactly what to tell her. Talk about her body. Talk about her looks. Anytime you want to get Nicole to back up off of you, what you would do is you would talk about her body and you would talk about her looks. So what I'm realizing now is Nicole tries to run over people by over-inserting herself in things and sticking her nose in the issues where she shouldn't be. And then what happens is you keep telling her to stop doing it. She says, oh, I'm sorry. I know I do it all the time, but it's just who I am. And then she just keeps doing it. So the only way you can get her off of you is to talk about her weight or her looks. That makes her back up. That becomes your weapon of choice to get her to stop. Because when you ask her to stop doing it, don't do it, I don't like it, it's too much, she doesn't stop. She still finds a reason or excuse to over-insert herself. She goes, well, I know I'm just doing it because of this. When she was over there getting in Shaq and Kirsten's business, I just do it because I talk to Kirsten and I know what she's thinking. I don't care if you know what she's thinking. It doesn't mean you need to open up your mouth. It doesn't need to mean you need to insert yourself. Just because you know doesn't mean you need to open your mouth. So when you keep asking a person like when you keep asking a person like Nicole to stop, you say, hey, I really don't like when you do that. I don't like when you keep saying this. I don't like it. And she does it anyway. You say, how the heck will I get this girl off of me? You know what you do is you put her down and you tell her something about her body. And then you know what she does? She'll go over in the corner and she'll cry. That's how you get her off of you. When they told her in the very beginning, hey, don't be asking Chris every single day, does he love you? She says, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to ask him every single day. I hear what Pastor Cal is telling me to do, but I don't care. I'm going to ask him every single day. She doesn't listen. Pastor Cal said, don't do that, because on days when it's not so good, you might hear bad news, and that's going to make you feel a certain kind of way. Come to find out on the after party, she did exactly the opposite of what Pastor Cal told her. She said every day she asked Chris, how are we doing? Are you in love with me? And then for every day he would say, I don't really like you today. I like you today. I really don't like you today. They have this running joke. She calls it a joke, but it's really true. Who wants to do that every single day? But she did it. And finally she got the I love you of this episode. But every day they're going through this thing. Do you like me? No, I don't really like you today. I like you a little bit. I like you more yesterday. I don't like you this little bit now. Ugh. But it doesn't matter. The point of the matter is when people tell her don't do something, she still continues to do it. And the way, if you're with a person like Nicole, the only way that you get them off of you, that you can shoo them away, is you sucker punch them. You sucker punch them so hard in an area that will make them double over and go in the corner and leave you alone because they're a pest. And that's what Nicole does. Now I know why she got abused in relationships verbally by men, because men start to verbally abuse her, because in a lot of ways she's abusing other people, because when people tell you to stop doing something but you keep doing it, you're a bully. When people tell you to stop doing something but you keep doing it, you're bullying them. You may not be bullying them with nasty words or hitting them or anything like that, but you're constantly doing something to them that they tell you they don't like, they don't want, but you keep doing it. And that's Nicole. She bullies people. That's what they said when she'll run all over you. That's what I mean. Because the two weren't lining up for me. I'm looking because I don't know how she could run all over a man. I don't know how she could run all over a man. And how is she getting abused in relationships? And now I see it. I absolutely see it. Because even if I were friends with Nicole and she overinserted herself in my life too much, after a while, I would snap back on her. I sure would. I probably would say something mean to her. If I keep asking you nicely over and over again, don't do this, don't do that, don't say those things to me, don't get in my business that way, and you keep doing it, after a while, I'm going to snap on you too, and I'm going to say something mean and nasty to you too, because you're actually hurting me. You're hurting me, and I'm telling you you're hurting me, but you won't stop, so I'm going to have to snap back on you. And those men, that's what they did. They started snapping back on her and burning her with cigarettes to get her to leave them the hell alone. And this cycle that she's in with Chris, I like Chris. Chris says, you're confusing. You're confusing. You want me to somehow be able to read your mind. You say one thing, but you want me to do another thing. You tell me to do one thing, but you really don't want me to do that thing. You want me to do something different. And I'm supposed to have some book, some code book to understand all these messed up emotions that you have. She's like, girl, you are confusing me. Good for Chris for saying, you know what, I'm here to support you. But some of this stuff you asking is ridiculous. Some of this stuff you're asking is ridiculous, and it's starting to drive him crazy as well. But he's in la la land. You know why he's in la la land? Because for once, he's in a relationship with someone that's more emotional than him. Because she is a hot, hot mess. And I can imagine that in past relationships, Chris was the hot mess. Chris was the hot mess. But he's come to a point where he says, I don't mind her being the hot mess, because sometimes I am too. He even pointed out, hey, when I was a hot mess over these dogs and not knowing what to do, you stepped in and held me up. You stepped in and became my support system. And he says, I appreciate that. He says, so I don't mind being the person that comforts you and holds you up while you're a hot mess. That, you know what, they really are made for each other. They really are made, and it takes the pressure off of Chris, because with any other type of woman, Chris might feel like he's the hot mess in the relationship. But with Nicole, he feels perfectly normal. He feels wonderful. Wonderful. She over here talking about, when I tell you I need space, I don't really need space. I want you to chase after me and ask me what I want. So she believes that people should know that when you say one thing, it's not what you really mean. Does that mean that when people tell her, stay out of my business, leave me alone, the reason why she doesn't do it is because she thinks they don't really mean it? So when she says, stay away from me, leave me alone, it's not what she really means. It means she really wants you to probe her. I guess she thinks that when people tell her, stay out of my business, don't do that, it means that they really don't mind that she does it. That's why she keeps going. This girl, she a mess. The amount of validation and assurance that she needs is overwhelming. But Chris said, I'm here for it. He says, I'm here to give you all you need. I'm here to serve it up like ice cream, unlimited supply. I got everything you need, and the more you need, the more I got to give. He is, I'm telling you, he may get weary sometimes, but for the most part, Chris is happy. Chris is happy, just like he told her, I love you. I know he loves you, because it makes him feel even more accepted. It makes him feel more normal. This trauma bonding that they have done has been wonderful to make him feel like he's not the outcast in the relationship. She really is a self-saboteur of her own life, though. She really is. But I don't think there's too many other people who could put up with Nicole. I don't think there are too many other people. I think he's the perfect match for her. I really do believe it. And hopefully she'll get better. She'll do a lot less of what she's doing. But she also needs to equate this thing about when people are mean to her and why they're mean to her. And that is because she needs to learn some boundaries. I really hope that he doesn't get to the point where he's saying nasty things to her to get her off of him in certain areas. I don't see that coming. But if it does come, she needs to look at what she's doing. Because Nicole would absolutely drive a person to the point where they snap on her, because she doesn't know when to stop. She doesn't know when enough is enough. She just keeps coming and coming and coming. It's too much. It's too much. She's over here telling people, Shaq and Kirsten, I'm going to tell your business. I'm going to tell what you're thinking because I know who you are. I got the best advice. I'm telling everybody you need to do more work. I need more from you. When she was over there telling Eris, I need more from you, Eris looked at her like, girl, get out of my face. Eris was not here hearing Nicole telling Nicole what she needs from Eris. Eris is like, what you need from me, you don't need nothing from me. How do you go up to another man in a marriage and say, what I'm going to need you to do is this? You ain't married to Eris. This girl, she was out of control. She was out of control. The experts have finally shown up, Nicole. We got Pastor Devon on deck. We got Pastor Cal. We got Dr. Pepper on deck. So you can retire. You can go over there and sit in the corner. We don't need you no more. We don't need you anymore. We got some other more professionals. We're going to use professionals lightly, but we got more professionals on deck now. And you can stop going over to other men and women and telling them what you're going to need from them. What type of effort we going to need. She need to worry about herself because she got her own issues, her own problems. And she needs to stop over-inserting herself in other people's issues and work on her own issues because she got a lot of them. A lot of them. But anyway, that's it, y'all. Be sure to watch my other videos. I'll talk to you later. Bye.